Hello. Today I made a video that is slightly better than my last photo editing attempt. In fact, I would say that it is potentially my favorite montage. I had a very precise idea of what I wanted as a result, and for a rare time I achieved it, albeit very closely. Let's be honest, I've been doing Photoshop for 1 year now, so I'm still learning. For this video, I asked ChatGTP once again to narrate a Chinese legend for us. Of course, I directed it this time, so let's not wait any longer and create a Chinese ninja. Just kidding. Let's get carried away by this Chinese legend. The original goal of my channel was to test Stable Diffusion, and that still remains the case. However, now I also like to involve ChatGPT to create little nuggets of stories to enhance the video. Of course, the narration is dictated by synthetic voices from my 11 Lab account, which have fantastic voice synthesis. I don't consider myself an artist. There are many more competent people than me in this domain on YouTube. For my part, I'm having fun, and if someone likes it, even better. If you enjoy it, don't hesitate to like the video. It's always nice to receive positive feedback.
My name is Zhao, and I was born in a small town in the Shandong province of China. I grew up in a modest but happy family with my parents and 2 brothers. But when I was 16 years old, my life was turned upside down. My father died suddenly, leaving my mother to provide for the family. My mother was unable to find work, and my brothers and I had to find ways to survive. It was at this point that I was recruited to work as a clandestine mercenary. I was trained in martial arts and worked as a bodyguard for rich and influential people. I made a lot of money, but I also saw terrible things in this world, things that I could never forget. I clearly remember the night when everything changed for me. I was on the rooftop of my building, lost in my thoughts, and desperately seeking meaning in my life. I had worked as a clandestine mercenary for years, and I was beginning to wonder if it all had a purpose. That night, I was working as a bodyguard for a wealthy mafia boss. I was involved in criminal acts and did things that I am not proud of. I caused the deaths of innocent people, which haunted me for years. I needed to relax, so I went up to the roof that night, seeking peace and redemption. I could no longer bear the burden of my past life, and I needed to find a way to redeem myself. That's when I heard a strange noise coming from the river below. Intrigued, I ran to the edge of the roof and looked towards the water, and that's when I saw it, the Ximang dragon, floating in the river as if nothing could disturb it. I felt a huge energy coursing through me. It was the kind of night when it's warm, the moon is full and beautiful, everything is calm. In my village, people believed in a mythical dragon called Ximang. It was said that the Ximang dragon lived in the rivers and lakes of the region and had the power to give luck and prosperity to those who saw it. It was said that the dragon had sparkling silver scales, golden eyes, and sharp claws like knife blades. Villagers who had the chance to see the dragon said that it was majestic and powerful, but also gentle and benevolent. According to legend, the Ximang dragon only appeared on nights of the full moon, when the stars shone the brightest in the sky. People believed that it was a sign of good fortune and prosperity to come. The legend also tells that the Ximang dragon had a special power, that of giving a vision to those who saw it. This vision could help people find their way in life, find inner peace, and realize their deepest dreams. And so, the legend of the Ximang dragon became a source of hope and inspiration for the people of the region. People believed that if they ever had the chance to see the dragon, their lives would be changed forever. But this was not a legend. Everything was true. The dragon existed. I was stunned, watching this incredible sight. It was as if time had stopped, and I was frozen in place, unable to move or breathe. I felt transported to another world, filled with magic and wonders. And then suddenly, I understood. I understood that my life had to change, that I had to find a new purpose and a new meaning in my life. This vision of the Ximang dragon was a turning point for me, giving me the courage to leave my life as a mercenary and seek a brighter future. After that night, I left my life as a mercenary and started a new chapter in my life. I used the money I had saved from my previous work to start a small business selling tea and herbs, something that had always fascinated me. It was a humble beginning, but I was determined to make it work. I worked hard every day, learning everything I could about the trade and striving to provide the best products and service possible. Slowly but surely, my business began to grow, and I gained a reputation for selling the finest teas and herbs in the region. As my business prospered, I began to feel a sense of purpose and fulfillment that I had never experienced before. I was no longer haunted by the terrible things I had done in my past, and I felt that I was finally making a positive contribution to the world. Years went by, and I became known as a successful businessman and respected member of the community. People came from far and wide to sample my teas and herbs, and I was able to provide a comfortable life for my family and help those in need. But despite my success, I never forgot the vision of the dragon Ximang that had changed my life. I knew that I owed everything I had to that magical encounter on the rooftop, and I was grateful every day for the chance to see such a magnificent creature. In my heart, I knew that the dragon Ximang was more than just a legend. It was a symbol of hope and inspiration that had the power to change lives. And I vowed to do everything in my power to keep that legend alive, so that others could find the same hope and inspiration that I had found. So I continued to tell the story of the dragon Ximang to anyone who would listen, and I shared my own experience of how that encounter had changed my life. And even as I grew older and passed my business on to my children, I never forgot the magic of that night on the rooftop, and the dragon that had shown me the way.
I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't hesitate to hit the like button. If you want more, join the group and subscribe. I'm very active, and if you hated it, you have the right to do so, but just hitting the dislike button doesn't help. You can explain in the comments if it's constructive criticism. My goal is to improve as well. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.